there!
It's always great to connect with folks who are passionate about these topics. Today, we're diving into a deep discussion about the state of the British monarchy, sparked by a recent debate and a standout article. Let's break it down step by step, exploring why some traditional defenses of the monarchy feel increasingly outdated and ineffective in today's world. First off, imagine a system that's supposed to embody timeless tradition and global influence, yet it's constantly under fire for scandals that make headlines worldwide. Take Prince Andrew, for instance. Allegations of misconduct linked to him have dominated news cycles not just in the UK, but across continents, from the Vatican to major powers like France and Germany. Every nation, it seems, is eager for some connection to Britain. But when that connection involves a royal figure embroiled in controversy, and whispers suggest the previous monarch might have shielded him, it raises serious questions. What exactly is the soft power benefit here? Soft power, remember, is that intangible allure that draws admiration and respect internationally. Think cultural exports, diplomatic charm, or inspirational leadership. But if the monarchy's image is tarnished by such issues, how does that translate to positive global influence? It's like trying to sell a luxury brand with a defective product line. The flaws overshadow the appeal. Now let's talk about other so-called perks. There's the charitable angle. Royals attending events, cutting ribbons, and posing for photos. Sure, it looks good on paper, but does it really drive meaningful change? Charities thrive on grassroots efforts and donations from everyday people, not just celebrity endorsements. And then there's the constitutional benefit, the idea of a head of state above party politics, providing stability. But in a modern democracy, written constitutions and elected officials can achieve that without the pomp and expense. $100 million coronation? That's a hefty price tag for symbolism that many argue could be replaced by more efficient systems. This brings us to a pivotal moment: the exchange between journalist Lloyd and commentator Richard Fitzwilliams on a recent show. Watching that clip is like witnessing a clash of eras. Will starts off bluntly, calling the monarchy clapped out, a straightforward term for something worn out and ineffective. He's not exaggerating. He's echoing a sentiment many feel. The institution runs on nostalgia, not innovation. Then he calmly probes, what's the monarchy's purpose in the modern age? Richard's response? A jumbled list of countries, the Vatican, France, Germany, all supposedly craving ties to Britain. It sounds like he's name-dropping to fill the air, hoping it passes for wisdom. But it doesn't. It's evasion, pure and simple. The real gut punch comes when Will brings up the headlines about Prince Andrew and the alleged cover-up by the late Queen. He asks, point blank, what's the soft power benefit of that? It's a devastating question because the monarchy markets itself as Britain's ultimate soft power asset, that warm, fuzzy glow that makes the world love the UK. But scandals like this? They erode that glow, turning admiration into skepticism. Richard stumbles, repeating soft power like a mantra, as if saying it enough will conjure an answer. When that fails, he falls back on charity and constitutional neutrality, those go-to defenses that sound reassuring but don't hold up under scrutiny. Why should taxpayers fund a family whose primary output lately seems to be controversy? Will doesn't shout or interrupt. He lets the silence speak, exposing the weakness in Richard's position. It's a masterclass in calm, fact-based questioning. This debate isn't isolated. It reflects broader shifts. Commentators like Richard represent an old guard, accustomed to unchallenged reverence. The monarchy was once untouchable, a sacred pillar of society. But now, with social media, leaks, and global scrutiny, the fairy tale is fading. Facts are overtaking fiction. Lawsuits, bullying claims, and botched tours like Prince William's Land Rover jaunt through the Caribbean. That trip, meant to showcase relatability, backfired spectacularly, highlighting cultural insensitivity and wasted resources. Soft power? More like soft missteps. Let's unpack the talking points these defenders recycle. First, tourism. They claim palaces draw crowds, boosting the economy. But data shows places like Versailles still attract millions, even without a living monarchy. People visit for history, not heirs. Second, charity. Royals show up for photo ops, but real impact comes from donors and volunteers. Third, national unity. The monarchy supposedly binds the nation, but polls reveal growing apathy, especially among youth and Commonwealth nations eyeing independence. Countries like Barbados have already ditched the crown, proving unity can exist without it. Richard's grasp at constitutional benefit underscores the emptiness of these arguments. It's a sign the cupboard's bare. Will's edge comes from his New Statesman article, a brutally honest takedown. He describes Prince William as the most overlooked royal, constantly hyped as the fresh, modern face who'll modernize the monarchy. The narrative paints him as relatable, crying about mental health, cheering for Aston Villa, obsessed with Batman. But Will sees through it. He argues that portraying average as extraordinary undermines the crown's supposed uniqueness. If royals are just like everyone else, why the special status? That line, average isn't the expectation of the crown, should be etched everywhere. It's a reminder that monarchy demands exceptionalism, not mediocrity. Will digs deeper, quoting a royal reporter who notes William's preference for oral briefings over reading. Translation: the future king isn't a voracious reader. Shockingly, he'll be the first monarch in generations not to have studied Walter Bagott's The English Constitution, the foundational text on how the system works. Will doesn't yell. He just says, read between the lines. What does it tell us? That this man, prepared for the throne his whole life, lacks intellectual curiosity. He skims bullet points instead of delving into ideas. That's not progressive leadership. It's complacency in a crown. The article exposes the hollowness of royal branding. Anecdotes about William's emotions or hobbies aren't genuine personality. They're marketing ploys. In an era where meritocracy reigns, privilege needs to earn its keep. Courtiers package it as approachable, but it rings false. This is why the debate clip resonates. Richard defends a facade Will has already dismantled. It's not a fair fight. It's a generational divide. Richard clings to 1950s deference, while Will embodies 2020s accountability. Will's composure is key. He's not anti-monarchy out of spite. He's analytical, citing verifiable facts, global headlines on Andrew, cover-up evidence, declining youth support. Richard counters with vibes, trade deals over tiaras, stability without the spectacle. But constitutions provide that stability cheaper and clearer. It's an intellectual mismatch. One side in the present, the other in the past. This exchange symbolizes the monarchy's slipping grip. For decades, reverence shielded it from critique. Now mirrors like Will's reveal the cracks. Younger generations and even traditionalists see through the scandals, hypocrisy, and excuses. The family leaks stories, hides finances, and chases fleeting PR. If that's soft power, it's as substantial as mist. Will's work is powerful because it's internal critique. Outsiders like those defending Harry and Meghan were dismissed as uninformed. But a UK journalist calling the monarchy clapped out is a reckoning from within. Richard's fumble proves even insiders know the arguments are weakening. Historically, monarchies have evolved or faded. Britain's once thrived on empire and tradition, but post-World War II, it adapted, or tried to. Yet scandals like Andrew's echo past ones, like Edward VIII's abdication or Diana's death. Soft power worked when the world admired from afar, but now, with instant news, flaws amplify. Charity efforts, while visible, pale against systemic issues like inequality. Constitutional neutrality? In polarized times, it can seem aloof rather than unifying. Consider the Caribbean tour. William's Land Rover drive aimed to highlight environmental causes, but it ignored colonial legacies, sparking backlash. Headlines screamed insensitivity, not inspiration. Similarly, Andrew's Epstein ties aren't just personal, they implicate the institution. The Queen's reported shielding adds layers of distrust. How does that build soft power? It erodes it, making Britain seem complicit in cover-ups. Defenders like Richard rely on platitudes because logic fails. Soft power, charity, unity. These are slogans, not solutions. Will's article and debate expose the gap between image and reality. The monarchy claims to unite, but it divides. To inspire, but it disappoints. Role models? Lawsuits and rifts tell another story. Watching Richard flounder, from Vatican name drops to charitable benefits, was hilarious yet telling. It's the mask slipping. Rehearsed sound bites crumble under real questions. The monarchy hides fragility behind ceremony. Defenders use vagueness to mask emptiness. Will asked, "What's the benefit?" And the silence answered, "Maybe none." Public opinion shifts because once questioned, the myth unravels. Britons increasingly see the monarchy as an outdated institution needing accountability. Transparency on finances, apologies for scandals, perhaps even phased retirement. Soft power without credibility is just noise. In conclusion, Will Lloyd's piece and debate performance articulate what many quietly think. The monarchy isn't sacred. It's accountable. Richard's stumble mirrors the system's broader fumble. As for fans of Harry and Meghan, their story highlights the monarchy's inflexibility. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribers, you're the best. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Catch you next time.